Blog Talk Radio.
It's a new thing that's sweeping the land. When you don't know which way to go, the answer is Jesus and Elevation Radio.
Oh my God, this is Elevation Radio 1, and I'm your host, Pastor Steve, the Music Man Turner, and we thank you for taking the journey. This is the program that spotlights positive people doing positive work while serving a positive God whose name is Jesus. Again, I salute God, who's the head of my life. Salute in memory of my Mookie, that's what she call her, First Lady Leora Linda Turner, who helped me put this program together. Her memory will never fall to the ground. And also, I must add another person, my good friend, Deacon Horace Baker of the Christ-like Apostolic Church, also brother, as we were all were brothers in the spirit, to my big brother, and that is Bishop Walter Sims, pastor of the Christ-like Apostolic Faith Church, who was saddled with a task just this week to honor his deacon, his childhood friend, his roommate, and lifelong buddy, and person who loved the gospel. He asked me a question, made it plain twice. Said, "Brother, can I borrow your strength? Brother, can I borrow your strength?" I heard him say it the first time, and I didn't really understand what he was talking about. And then he said it another time, and then I began to understand what he was talking about, that he was facing a trial and circumstance, and people that were not, who claimed they loved his friend and his deacon, but were talking language that did not support their proposed love. And it's just my opinion, that is, but my opinion that anyone who is stating that they're going to basically turn the body that God has given to a servant into ashes, that they're going to burn them up and not give them a proper burial, is demonic. I don't care about finances and all that, because I've had to do that, just me and God, with my mama. I didn't have a job, and I looked in the sky from the funeral home, and I said to God, "She was your servant. Yeah, she's your servant, so you've got to make it work. It's $9,000, and I don't have it. Not even working, but I want you to make it happen." That's blind faith. That's called Emunah, E-M-U-N-A-H, Hebraic. Childlike faith, that I believe that God is going to do it. And then people will laugh at you, and they make fun of you. But if you got the faith the size of a mustard seed, said this mountain be thou removed, it shall. That's what the word said. And so Mama was put away well. And when the enemies, who were supposed to be the children, who've been petted up and gotten all types of gifts and worried Mama to death, lying and stealing and using her for what they could get out of her, sat here in my home and said that they would could do the same thing and then say to me that I need to bankrupt myself and empty my bank accounts. The audacity. These folks who have the top of the pinnacle of the medical field didn't want to spend any money, but burst in my house and tell me what I got to do for my own life. The devil is a liar. And so wanted me to bankrupt myself while they held back money because I didn't feel like spending it. My goodness, And so I saw, once he asked me twice, let me borrow your strength, because he saw that when I was told not to preach my wife's eulogy, after all the things I had gone through, I had gone through assaults by family, I had gone through burglaries by family, and he said, he and others said, don't do it. It's too much stress upon you. Don't do it. And I said, I've got to do it because that's my wife and my member, and she's the last one I've got to do what's necessary to be done. And so I didn't know that when I was saying it and doing it with the help of God, that I was speaking volumes about the strength that it takes to do the right thing, even though family, even though enemies were trying to assault me, even though they were trying to set me up. I still gave them space on the program to speak. And I knew some were partially lying and some were wanted to be seen. But I said, well, that's her son, that's her friends, her family. They were disrespectful to me, but I even had to preach to them. My friend, the pastor, bishop, so what type of strength is it that you have? I have. I didn't know I had it. It's the love of God. It's the love of God. So he asked me, brother, can I borrow your strength? And I really didn't know all the things that he was dealing with, trying to preserve the body of a man of God against the wiles of the devil and ex-wives and the folks who really was not concerned about the commemoration of the man of God who loved God, who was a Bible Sunday school teacher, who was a loyal deacon. They weren't concerned about his evangelistical ability to preach to everybody and witness to everybody. They weren't concerned about it. They only was looking after what they could get out of him while he was alive and out of him while he died. And so there was only one man that loved him enough and loved him like a brother to ask, can I borrow your strength? Because we're going to need it. They're trying to desecrate my friend. They're trying to destroy his body. And so I can't let it happen. I can't let it go down like that. I know I'm one against many, but the God I serve is able to keep until the day of judgment. And so when he asked me twice, I began to say, yes, I will let you borrow my strength. I will be there for you, despite my disabilities, despite my issues, despite the fact that I can't see. I will be in the room, the ministry of presence, so that you can draw from me whatever it is, the strength that you need to have, my brother. And so that's important to know that we are our brother's keepers. And it's important if we tried this spiritually, we probably wouldn't be killing people, our brothers. We probably wouldn't be trying to hurt our brother. Whatever happened to black folk? Whatever happened to black people in the community that would work together? If you didn't have no food, then I would give you some food. If you needed a ride, I'd give you a ride. We would just try to support each other. What happened to that? And now we spend time with just a little attitude trying to kill and hurt each other. This is not what we're all about. It's not. And so the love of God has been replaced. We need to put it back in school, back in the church, back in our homes, back in our friendships. And so once I realized what he was asking me for, I was honored to do it, and I asked God for more strength so that I could help my brother. And he came out victorious because he was able to honor the life of Deacon Horace Baker and keep him preserved so that his children have a memory, so that his family would have a memory, sometimes they don't know what they're asking for. We don't want cremation. We want infiltration, that his spirit might live on and be a blessing to his family. Yeah, that's what's important. And so it's just good to know that God is still working. Yeah, and especially when you're down at your last and you lost your loved one. That's the time sometimes where families fall apart. Whatever happened to the joy and the life of the matriarch or the patriarch? When you're listening, is it all about what you can get? Trying to position yourself so you can get some benefits. Oh my goodness, where's the vulture-like concept coming from? You hurt, you lie, you steal, just to get some trinkets. Boy. But what I liked, what he said was, if you try to cremate the man of God, knowing that's not what he desired, oh my goodness, then God is going to put a curse on you. You got to realize, it ain't about you. It's not about that you don't like him. It's not about that you really don't like the man of God or the woman of God because they told you the truth. They told you stuff that keep you out of trouble, but your head was hard and you wanted to do it anyway. They were trying to love you by telling you the absolute truth, but you just rather go south. Lord have mercy. Once they leave, they were those who kept you on the straight and narrow. You can't say you didn't hear it. But some folks would rather just go all down into the gutter, and nothing you can do with that. But one day, pray for them that they may repent and get themselves together. The legacy of what the matriarch or the patriarch has left for you is to be embraced, to be loved, to be cherished. Incredible. If you have an opinion, you can call in for a short period to 1914-205-5353. 1914-205-5353. But this mighty man of God, this mighty bishop and cherisher of the memory of his dear friend, as I told him, Bishop, you were against all odds. You were victorious. They wanted to disrespect him. They didn't even want him to have a service. What is wrong with you? Good God Almighty. To deny the cherished memory of a child of God. You didn't birth him. Probably made his life hell. You kept him on his knees, but you couldn't even give him the dignity. It took a bishop. It took a pastor. It took a friend. It took a comrade. When he asked for help, you didn't really know who he was talking to. You didn't really care. You were trying to dispose the man. You were trying to sift him as wheat, like Satan. But he asked help from his God, and he asked help from his brother. And it says, one will chase 1,000, and two will chase 10,000. So it could not work. Your demonism and degradation would not work. God would not let it work. And so the man is honored, as he should be. My goodness. So rest on, Deacon Horace Baker. Yes, indeed. And be proud, Pastor Walter Sims, that you did the right thing. And sometimes the right thing means that you have to go to battle against unsavory, unsophisticated, demonic people. But you stood your ground. You stood it in love. And I'm proud of you. Yeah. He was family. He was a friend. He left a legacy. If we all could just be more like him. So if you've got a friend, if you've got a a brother, even as an adopted brother, because truthfully we all have and can be adopted into the family of God. Stand up for them when they can't speak for themselves, when their children are too young to have good common sense. Woo! When you've got to do final arrangements, remember what that person was looking at and for, and honor them. Honor your grandfather. Honor your father. Honor your mama. Yeah, that's what you should do. Because if you don't, you're going to be cursed. Yeah, might as well just understand that. Wonder why things don't work out for you, because you stole money from your parents. Stole insurance money. And I know what I'm talking about. Folks have stolen money in my family, in-laws, cousins. They tried to do it here. But, no, will not allow you to do it. Will not go down with you to the bowels of hell. No. I can see where you're coming from. I see that you have no love for anybody that you claim that you love, because you're always thinking about yourself. Foolishness and nonsense. Love your brother. Love your parents. Stepfather or not, stepmama or not, they're stepping into the role that you're, based on circumstances, your lousy parents didn't do. They ran away from you. So now you got somebody that was thinking enough of you to try to feed your end and give you a home and put a roof over your head, your nappy head, and you're going to get disrespectful. No, you need to learn. You need to grow and respect those people. You're going to have to apologize to them before you leave up out of here. If they've been good to you, especially if they're a child of God, try to work with you to make you better, but you're too ignorant to understand what's going on. Wow. All right. Well, let's see here. Let's go to commercial break. If you are looking for a healthy milkshake, go to Dr. B, Dr. Bennett, and we'll call us and we'll get you to him. And there's great flavors. He's got mango, strawberry, raspberry, and makes you energized. And you won't be desiring of eating snacks at 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning when you ain't supposed to. So you'll feel better, you'll be energized, and think about that. Dr. Bennett, Dr. B's healthy milkshake. And also Sherry Brown, maker of those famous cookies, snickerdoodles and chocolate and chip and all that, just drenched in butter. It's also fantastic. And soft cookies and even hard cookies, made by black folk, for black folk. That's what you need. That's incredible. And Daily Gospel Network. If you're looking to get a website, you can come to us and we can take you there and get your professional-looking website for your business or for your church. And it's pretty fantastic. Last but not least, if you're looking actually for an organist for your special event, revival anniversary, daytime funeral, whatever it may be, or even studio work, then call Praise Unlimited Ministries at 1-410-302-2737, 1-410-302-2737, and that's pretty fantastic. We'll go to our website at www.calltheoncallorganist.info, get you all the information you need, and you can verify, background check, do all the stuff you want to do. It's right there. And when you're ready to move forward, go to www.ultimatepraise.us, www.ultimatepraise.us, and see some videos and get some high-level information. And it's all good all the time. All righty. If you need prayer, you can call, I think you can still call it, 1-855-393-3232, 1-855-393-3232 for Destiny Changers Deliverance Center. And we can still give you prayer and counseling over the phone. Yes, indeed. Mm-hmm. I'm going to support the Coyote Man of the Coyote Man Show Network tonight at Cafe 12 at I think that's 2756 Reisterstown Road. And so he's coming out to become a comedian, Lord help us today, with Ricky Shackelford and Howard G., the godfathers of gospel comedy. And if you like the Coyote Man Show Network, definitely tell them Steve that sent you. Get yourself a talk show, Roku, Amazon, Fire Stick, and it's in Security Mall. All righty. I think this is probably the end of our program, but again, brother, can I borrow your strength? I'm a little weak. My enemies are too great, and I need your help. I can ask you for help because you're a man of God. You're a servant of God, of the Most High, and I'm falling out a little bit. Need some help. So your brother should be able to ask you for that, and that's important. We're all helpers one to another. You know, that's what it's all about. All right. Well, it's been a fantastic journey, and we're going to let God do what he does and be a blessing. Just keep your head up. Keep walking toward the light. Keep focusing on faith. And let God lead you to higher heights and deeper depths. This has been Elevation Radio 1. Like our Facebook page, like our Facebook group, and stay together.